Sexual harassment is illegal and not tolerated in any workplace. It's estimated that 80% of nurses and 30% of doctors have experienced sexual harassment by a patient or a coworker. Sexual harassment can have a serious impact on an organization's morale and patient care standards. And individuals named in sexual harassment complaints could lose their jobs, their reputations, and even their careers. There are two types of sexual harassment: quid pro quo and hostile environment. Quid pro quo occurs when a manager or supervisor withholds or awards job benefits on the basis of sexual favors. This includes work assignments, hiring, termination, promotions or demotions, positive or negative performance reviews, or any other job-related benefit. Just one incidence of quid pro quo harassment is illegal and should be reported immediately. Hostile environment harassment occurs when a pattern of sexual conduct unreasonably interferes with an individual's work performance or creates an intimidating, hostile, or offensive working environment. While a single, isolated incident does not generally rise to the level of illegal harassment, severely inappropriate behavior, such as the touching of an intimate body part, can be illegal the first time it occurs. Sexual harassment does not need to be sexual in nature. A pattern of harassing conduct based on gender can also be illegal. Hostile environment sexual harassment can occur between employees of the same sex, between employees of different sexes, and between employees of any rank or position in an organization. Inappropriate conduct can create a hostile work environment, even if it's not directly targeted at the individual making the harassment complaint. Sexual harassment doesn't just happen between coworkers. Harassment also occurs between employees and individuals not directly employed by their organization. Individuals such as contractors, vendors, delivery persons, visitors, and patients. Sexual harassment perpetrated by patients and other non-employees is especially prevalent in the healthcare industry. Third-party harassment is just as serious as coworker harassment. It is treated the same way under the law. Sexual harassment can happen anywhere that employees represent their organization, including work parties, conferences, seminars, sales meetings, and charity events. The courts use the reasonable person standard when determining if offensive conduct is illegal. In other words, would a reasonable person find the behavior severe enough to create a hostile work environment? The fact is that most sexual behaviors, when they are continuous and unwanted, meet this standard. The safe way to avoid sexual harassment is to avoid these behaviors entirely. The following behaviors are unacceptable in any workplace, and when continuous and unwanted, could lead to illegal harassment. Unwanted flirting, repeated requests for dates, and sexual propositions. Sexual gestures, whistling, leering, and catcalls. Long stares and sexually suggestive looks. Using crude or offensive language, or making derogatory comments about a person's sexual orientation. Physical assaults or threats, intimidation, or physically blocking a person's movement or ability to work. Making jokes or comments about a person's physical attributes. Gossiping or spreading rumors about sexual topics, or engaging in sexual conversations that are overheard by others. Unwelcome physical behaviors, such as shoulder massages, hugging, and back scratching. The use of demeaning or offensive names, such as honey, sweetie, hottie, baby, girl, boy, or hunk. Viewing or posting sexual pictures, magazines, posters, videos, or images. Sending sexually explicit texts, emails, or instant messages. Viewing sexually based websites and the use of social networking sites for sexually based messages, pictures, or videos. Making inappropriate remarks or jokes about pregnancy, childbirth, or medical conditions related to pregnancy or childbirth. Offensive gender-based comments or behaviors that demean people simply because of their gender, such as men should be doctors, women should be nurses. Incidents of quid pro quo harassment and severely inappropriate actions such as the touching of an intimate body part, threats, or intimidation must be reported immediately. For less serious conduct, it is helpful but not required to tell coworkers that their behavior is unwanted. However, employees should report incidents of inappropriate behavior before they become severe or pervasive. Although some information must be divulged in the process of investigating complaints, confidentiality is guaranteed to the greatest extent possible. It's illegal to retaliate against employees for making or participating in a harassment complaint, even if the complaint is found to be without merit. The participants are protected if they had a good faith belief that harassment occurred. This means that managers and employers cannot punish or discipline employees for filing or participating in a harassment complaint. Likewise, non-management employees cannot bully, harass, intimidate, or threaten coworkers for participating in a harassment complaint. Both harassment and retaliation can result in disciplinary actions, including written warnings, suspension, demotion, and termination. Sexual harassment often affects future career advancement and may even hamper the ability to be hired by another organization. The loss of personal reputation and trust with coworkers, friends, and family can be devastating and life-altering. What can you do to prevent sexual harassment? It's simple. Leave sexually based behaviors at the door. Treat everyone with respect. Speak up when you witness harassment. Every employee deserves a safe, comfortable environment at work, a workplace free of harassment and fear, and full of respect. It's up to everyone to do their part in preventing harassment.